Yo, what's going on guys, it's Fully Boost back with another Need for Speed Most Wanted video, and this time I installed some of the craziest mods that Need for Speed Most Wanted has to offer. And as always, I will drop all the links to the mods down in the description so you can go experience the Most Wanted in a bit different style than usual. And without further ado, let's start with our first mod, and that's Impossible Cops mod. Well, if I ever complained about cops being too easy in Most Wanted, you can install the Impossible Cops mod that adds the infinite mass to the cops. And therefore you won't be able to move any of the cops even if you crash into them with a very high speed. So yeah, your best bet to escape them is to avoid them. And if that is still too easy for you, you can install the Limit Adjuster mod that will increase the number of cops that are chasing you. And this number is enormous. So yeah, good luck escaping the cops in Most Wanted if you have the Limit Adjuster and the Impossible Cops mod installed, because this combination is just ridiculous. With the Cop Heli mod, you can explore the Rockport city from above. Isn't that great? Now you can discover new areas and see how the Rockport looks from above. And of course the developers didn't have in mind that you could be able to fly a helicopter in a Most Wanted, so some of the buildings don't have roofs, and also flying of the helicopter is pretty tough. But hey, if the helicopter is not that awesome, you know what else do we have? We have a freaking jet fighter that you can fly in a Most Wanted. Yep, you heard it right, this right here is a Lockheed Martin F-22 jet fighter that you can fly in Most Wanted. And now at this point, this doesn't even look like a Need for Speed anymore, but something like GTA. And if I said that a heli was hard to fly, then you should try this thing, it's almost impossible to fly it in a straight line. Next we have something for Hot Wheels fans, and that's Sharkbite, one of the most ridiculous Hot Wheels cars ever created. But I must say that it looks fantastic, and also the quality of this mod is amazing. I also tested it in a Police Pursuits, but before that I forgot to remove the Impossible Cops mod, and therefore I got busted pretty quickly.
No, la policía, no.
Next Hot Wheels mod we have is Barbie Camper, a perfect car to explore a Rockport city, and I have to say that it looks absolutely ridiculous to see this car in a Need for Speed Most Wanted. And once you do the performance upgrades, it actually handles really good, and you can do some drifting and also messing around with the cops, so in my opinion that's a perfect car for Need for Speed Most Wanted. And we are not yet done with the Hot Wheels cars. This right here is a 2-timer Hot Wheels car mod that is a silhouette style race car with the 2 superchargers and a big ass wing at the back. And it handles as good as it looks, so it's a perfect car for winning races and climbing your way to the first spot on the Blacklist. Next up is one of the craziest mods you will ever see, and that's a Bouncy Mod. As the name says, it adds a bouncy physics to all the objects you can crash into, so that goes for cars, traffic signs, bus stops, police cars and so on. And the mod makes the game so much more fun to play with this bouncy physics, especially when you're crashing into the cops or the traffic cars. Another bounce mod we have is a Bouncy Cars mod that makes your car and other cars bounce. I'm not really sure why anyone would want to have this mod installed, but hey, it's there if you want to try it out. Need for Speed Most Wanted Pepega Edition turns Most Wanted into a parody. You will experience Most Wanted in a funny, ridiculous and unique way. And if you have seen this on YouTube, you probably know what I'm talking about. Pepega Edition replaces all cars with the funny and useless cars, soundtrack list is updated with the funny parody music, all of the visual aspects of the game look more cartoony than before, and also the UI elements of the game are changed to be more funny. With T55 tank mod, you will turn Most Wanted into a GTA simulator. Cops won't stand a chance against you, and after you tune it, this thing is a beast, they won't even be able to keep up with you. And even though this is one of the oldest mods in Need for Speed Most Wanted, it still looks very good. And if this is not enough for you, wait till you see a DF-41 intercontinental ballistic missile vehicle. This thing is so huge that it barely fits into the garage, and I had to use a separate mod to be able to zoom out to show you just how big this vehicle is. And once you're on a road, good luck with tight corners, because it barely fits even on a road. And I didn't want to show you how I use this car in a Police Pursuits because it would be too brutal to put it on YouTube, so I will leave this to you guys. If you ever wanted to play Paimon, the NPC from the Genshin Impact game, you can do that with this Paimon mod. The mod looks absolutely out of place of Need for Speed Most Wanted, but hey, it's there if you want to try it out and if you're a fan of a Genshin Impact. And already by itself it's pretty fast, and once you combine it with the Super NOS mod, this thing is blistering fast. The super nose basically makes the standard nose 10 times longer and 10 times stronger. So this nitrous mod will compensate if you have installed the Impossible Cops and the Unlimiter mod that I showed you earlier. Flip car mod from a Fast and Furious 6 is in my opinion one of the funniest mods you can install for Need for Speed Most Wanted. I think that I don't need to explain what is the purpose of this mod, especially if you have watched the Fast and Furious 6 movie. Just be careful because these things sit so low to the ground, you will sometimes find yourself crashing into an actual road and you will flip your flip car. Wrecked mod adds police crash physics to opponent racers and your car as well. This means you can now crash into racers like you would in Cops, and this just became my #1 most fun activity in Most Wanted. Just be careful because you can also total your car. Chaos mod is a well-known mod for Need for Speed series because it's available for other Need for Speed like Carbon, Underground and so on. So as the name says, the Chaos mod makes your game chaotic. In every 20 seconds you will get a new random effect. So for example, here we have no air stabilizer effect, Heli effect and flip screen effects stacked together, and there is so many effects that every time that I play the game I will encounter something new. Absurd Races mod adds custom races that passes through unusual places of Rockport City, like the East Refinery Loop, the College Rampage, Dockside Race and some others. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention the Boneshaker Hot Wheels mod. I remember playing with this Boneshaker Hot Wheels toy when I was a kid, and it's one of the most iconic Hot Wheels cars ever created, and I just love the smoke coming out of the biggest exhaust, and the skull on the front looks terrifying. We all know that the Dodge is known by making the cars that symbolizes recklessness and freedom, and when they introduced the concept Dodge Tomahawk motorcycle, it made it even more clear. And thanks to the Dodge Tomahawk mod in Need for Speed Most Wanted, we can now experience this absolute madness in a video game as well. And you know that I had to install the Lightning McQueen mod from a Cars movie, and an awesome thing about this mod is that you can customize the Lightning McQueen to be even more absurd than it already is. And since the mod is using the Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 physics, you know that the car is blistering fast and it also handles very good. And I left best for the last, and that's Crazy Traffic mod. So as the name of the mod says, the traffic will behave like crazy. And they achieve this with increasing the aggressiveness of the traffic cars to the maximum and increasing their speed up to 300 miles per hour. They increase the density of the traffic and reduce the time span. And now the whole game will feel more chaotic than ever before. And with that, this concludes the craziest Need for Speed Most Wanted mods that you can install. And in total honesty, I really enjoyed making this video because I like such a mods and experiencing different playstyles of Most Wanted and other games. So if this is something that you're interested as well, I will leave all the links to the mods down in the description so you can go check them out and install them by yourself and experience the Most Wanted in a different, crazier way than ever before. So with all that said, I will end the video here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet so you won't miss on the future videos. Also comment down below what mods do you want to see next. And as always, have a great day and I will see you in the next one.